Good morning friends, welcome back to the wireshark lab experiments. Today I want to explain about the lab2. The lab2 gives complete explanation about the HTTP. So now we are going to cover the topics is the basic HTTP GET response and interaction, the HTTP conditional GET response interaction, HTML documents with imaged objects, and next thing is HTTP authentication. So in first video we just look at we introduce about HTTP packets and messages. Now we are going to explain complete information about the HTTP. Let's begin our exploration of HTTP by downloading a very simple HTML file. Let's start up your web browser. Start up the wireshark packet sniffer as described in the introductory lab. So now open link in the browser, and this link in the browser, and you run it. So we have run it. Now next go to the wireshark and capture the start and capture the packets. So these are the packets we are already done in experiment lab 1. So type HTTP wireshark display this picture in your laptop after running the link in your browser, and this link has been retrieved by our browser. This is the HTTP GET message and this is the HTTP OK message. Click on this and click on this. You will get some information about the packets, about their source port, destination port, length, flags, window. You will get extra information about the packets, arrival, and so these are the information about the packets. So these are the 7 questions for this topic, basic HTTP GET response. So our first question is your browser running HTTP version 1.0 or 1.1? What version of HTTP is the server running? So go to the wireshark. So click on this, and next hypertext transfer protocol, click on it. Next our browser is running with 1.1 version, and second question is what languages does your browser indicate that it can accept to the server? My browser indicates that it will be accept English, US and English languages from the server. This is the language accepted by my web server. And third question is what is the IP address of your computer of the link provided in the PDF? So go to the wireshark. The IP address of my computer is 172.16.58.123. The IP address of the server is 128.119.245.12. And fourth question is what is the status code returned from the server to your browser? The status code was 200 OK, which is returned from the browser. And fifth question is when was the HTML file that you are retrieving as last modified at the server? The file was last modified on Thursday 16th November 2023 and this is the time 6:59. And sixth question was, how many bytes of content are being returned to your browser? 128 bytes are returned from the browser. 128 bytes of content are being returned. And next, seventh question. By inspecting the raw data in the packet content window, do you see any headers with the data that are not displayed in packet listing window? If so, name one. Open wireshark. So here I don't see any different headings between the two windows. So our next topic is HTTP conditional GET or response interaction. Before you going to run it in wireshark, so please you clear your web browser cache so we can easily get HTTP GET messages. So start up wireshark packet sniffer again. So just stop it. Now this link have to run in our web browser, so just click on it. So we have successfully run the link. So go back and go to the wireshark. Now stop it and just type HTTP. Next, enter. So now we will get HTTP messages. So these are the file what we are run in our browser, so we can get a response and get messages. So in this topic we have 4 questions, and the first question is, inspect the contents of the first HTTP GET request from your browser to the server. Do you see if modified since line in the HTTP GET? No, there is no if modified since line in the GET message. And second question is, inspect the contents of the server response. Did the server explicitly retain the contents of the file? How can you tell? The server did explicitly return the contents of the file. Wireshark includes a section titled line-based text data, which shows that the server sent back to my browser, which is specifically what the website showed when I brought it on my browser. And third question is, now inspect the contents of the second HTTP GET request from your browser to server. Do you see if modified since line the HTTP GET? If so, what information follows if modified since header? No, in the second HTTP message, and if modified since line is not included. The information that follows is the date and time that I last accessed the web page is not available in the second GET message. And the 11th question is, what is the HTTP status code and phrase returned from the server is respond to the second HTTP GET. Did the server explicitly return the contents of the file? Explain. So the HTTP status code is not modified. The server didn't return the contents of the file because the browser simply retrieved the contents from its cache had the file been modified. And our third topic is retrieving long documents. So before you going to capture the packets, so please run this link in the web browser, and before you have to clear the cache in your browser. You run this link in your browser, so you will get like this. And next, open wireshark, stop it and type HTTP. So we get this get message and request from the browser. So now next we have to answer the following questions. So how many HTTP GET message requests did your browser send? Which packet number in the trace contain the GET message for the bill or writes? Open wireshark. So my browser only sent one HTTP GET request to the server. The packet that contained the GET message was packet number, and the number is 246. Here 246. Next question is, which packet number in the trace contain the status code and phrase associated with the response to the HTTP GET request? The code and phrase in the response was 200. Okay. And next question is, what is the status code and phrase in the response? So I given the wrong answer for 13th question, so I am going to correct it. The packet that contains the status code and phrase which server sent in response to GET message was packet number 1240. And next question is, what is the status code and phrase in the response? The code and phrase in the response was 200. Okay, this one. And last question in this topic is, how many data containing TCP segments were needed to carry the single HTTP response and text of the bill of rights? So the data was sent 4 TCP segments to the browser, then reassembled. So our topic 4 in this HTTP lab is HTML documents with embedded objects. I already told you, when you run new link in your browser, so you have to clear your cache and stop the wireshark, and you have to start it from again. So open wireshark, stop it, and next clear the browser history, open wireshark and start Wi-Fi. Start. and just run this link in our browser, you will get like this. And again type http in the filter paper and filter http. So you will get this many http requests. And next we are going for questions. How many http get request message did your browser send to which internet address are this request sent? I have got so many http get requests. My browser sent 4 http get message requests, 1 to each for following. The initial page, the Pearson logo and the cover of the Pearson book is 8th edition. Initial page address was one 128.199.24512. And next question is, can you tell whether your browser downloaded the 2 images serially or whether they are downloaded from the 2 websites in parallel? Explain. The browser downloaded the 2 images in serially. I believe this to be the case because first image was requested and sent before the second image was requested by the browser. Had they been running parallelly, both files would have been requested, then would have returned in the same time period. In this case, however, the second image was only requested after the first image came back. So next we are going to cover 5th topic. The topic was HTTP authentication. Before going to run this link, please clear your browser cache. So now run this link in our browser. The username is wireshark students and password is network. So you can get like this and go to the wireshark and filter http. So you will get these kind of http packets. Next there are 2 questions, and first question is, what is the server response, status code and price in response to initial HTTP GET message from your browser? We got the server initial response was 401 with unauthorized. And next question is, when your browser sends HTTP GET message for the second time, what new field is included in the HTTP GET message? I got the new field is included is the authorization field. This is included because we sent the server a username and password along with our request stating that we were authorized to receive this page. So finally I am concluding the second lab experiment. Hope you all enjoy this video.